Good morning and welcome to my back step. An adventure day. Yep, I'm getting out today. I'm gonna go to my camp, see what maintenance needs to be done there. This is my close camp. I might venture out a little bit further to have a look, I might not. It depends on how today goes. I got a nice little dinner for myself to cook up today. Just happy to get out. There is still some decent sized patches of snow around. So far the path has been half clear, half snow. So just stop for a little break. Let's get a move on. Excuse me. Let's get a little move on again, shall we? Before I fall asleep. It's not very warm out at the moment. It's only about 1 degree Celsius. So we're looking at about 32 Fahrenheit, 33, somewhere around there. So it's all right for walking, not all right for sitting around. Whew. This is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Keeps sinking in this stuff. I got some snow down in my boots. After striking my shin a couple of times too. See how much further I can get. Hopefully when I get up through these trees it's not so bad. Well guys, I had to take a good break this time. Coming up this path, see all that snow, that is the path. Wasn't easy walking. A lot of you know I already hurt my shin. It wasn't easy to hurt my shin. Sorry for the wind. From here on out it looks pretty good. My next biggest task is going to be, I would say, once I get to my actual camp. Going through, because I got a little valley to cut through to get to my camp. And I'd say that's going to be all snow filled too. Home for the best out of it, but preparing for the worst. That's where the whole hikers going up the other trail. That trail seems like it's pretty easy, but it's nowhere near my camp. I'll get back with you guys in a little bit once I get on the move and that. Well, I didn't film myself coming in. It was quite tragic. I'd sit down on my bum and slide mostly, you know, on a pair of pants. So my bum's a bit wet. Here's what I was afraid that was going to happen. I kind of figured it would. So this post here, this is supposed to be up on... This here is supposed to be up on this post. It just fell out. So I'm going to retie it up. First things first. Well, there's my fire pit. Here's where my feet are supposed to go. This only recently fell though because that's on top of the snow. I'd say the wind. I knew this needed to be fixed last time I was up, I just didn't do it. The very first thing I gotta do is get myself a drink, some water. Very thirsty. That's what I got for my dinner. I got a steak. Over there. This might work. Well, as you can see, I've got it up somewhat. This whole thing needs to be taken down and rebuilt. This entire canopy, right from the seat up. The seat is about ready to give out too. It's been here for about 5 or 6 years, what can I say? Time is not good on stuff that's outside. Especially if you're not at it every day. But that'll just be improvement time. I just got this side tied up, as you've seen, for now until the snow goes right away and I can take it all apart and rework it. The back side is still half covered in snow. It's really hard to work with. But it's okay for now, for the day, anyway. I was actually hoping to be able to get a bit more done with it, but it's going to be real hard getting materials in all this. Everywhere where I could get materials, look, is all deep snow. Because I've gotten everything that's around here, so I'd have to go over there and get it. Traveling through that deep snow and the wet, and there's a lot of wet underneath it, so it's better off waiting until that snow is gone. I'm very, very thirsty. I need to get another drink. And I gotta have a look and see if I can't get something for her to make a little fire to cook my steak. It's not that I'm cold, because I'm not really cold. But I do have to find some firewood to cook up my steak. Yep. I don't have any dry firewood put away because I used it all last time I was here. So I gotta wander for a bit of that, and that's gonna be more than enough to handle, I think, today. Yep. Alright guys, I'm just gonna sit here for a few minutes and relax. I even turn that bucket upside down to sit on next to the fire. Once I get at it. Well, I'm start looking for a little bit of wood. Whoa, oh. That was a little bit of wood that caught the camera. The stuff that's up in the air should be pretty dry. It's just a matter of collecting it now. I'm not going to get very much here today, I don't think, because there's a lot of heavy snow around, so I'm just going to collect whatever I can. And I'm only going to light the fire when it needs to cook. That might be enough for me to cook my steak. That's all I really need it for today. Like I said, it's not cold. So I'm going to work on cleaning this place up here a bit now and try to get my fire pit cleaned out some, so I don't put out my fire with snow. Already did that with a pot, remember? Perfect. Not as low as the rock, but much more comfortable. Well guys, I got my fire pit cleaned out. I've been just piddling around doing a few things here. It's soon going to be time to get a fire going. I keep looking at my wrist from my watch. I don't have my watch on. It's yeah, it's a little bit after 11. So I'm going to leave it for another little while. I'm just going to sit down and relax for a bit. If I do go at anything, I will let you know. One thing I do want to note though is there's rabbit buttons in on my bed. Little rabbit buttons. So they've been in there sitting on my bed. Well guys, now comes the fun task of getting all my kindling ready. You know, all this fun stuff. It's nice though, there's some nice dry lichen on there. And this stuff, I'm trying not to drop it in the wet water. There's lots of this on there, so that'll burn really easy. This bucket is certainly doing the job for a seed, I know that. But I'll get back with you guys in a little while. Like I said, it's just a whole lot of breaking stuff up now. Well guys, I think it's about time to get the fire going. Yep. It's lunchtime now, I believe. Take my knife out of my pocket. Let's do a time check, shall we? Yeah, it's 10 to 12. So not too bad. I'm going to make a cup of coffee first anyway. So in order to do that, I do need a fire, don't I? Yep. Then I'm going to put my steak on, let that cook out. And I'll just snack on that. Got a little bit of cardboard. Oops. Sure, put it out, why not? I've also got this big old hunk of, I don't know what you call it, the way it burns, grows, but if those burn good, you can break it all up pretty easy. Once. Throw that right in. Now that that's going, I'm just going to take my time and work on building it up a bit to coals. Because those little bits will burn up relatively quick. And I need to get some bigger pieces in there to burn. So I'm just going to work on that for a while, guys. Won't be long. There's my other lighter. And put that right back in my vest. Starting to bubble. That won't be long boiling now. Well guys, this is what it's about, isn't it? Getting out, making yourself something to eat. Even something simple as a coffee. But I have a steak to cook, so that's not quite so simple, but it's simple enough. My fire is going really well now. That big stump that I put in is burning. I'm just going to leave this stick stuck out there on the side, but burn them for a little bit. Not too smoky, but a little bit every now and again, which is not so bad. It's to be expected when you're around a fire. But it's a great day out. It's beautiful. The sun is shining. The birds have been singing. The pot is boiling. I'm just happy enough to sit here now for the rest of the day, you know. Now for my steak, still a little bit frozen. I do have my other grill brought with me to put my steak on, because this one is rusted up quite a bit. It isn't overly bad, but I've used rusty grills before, but where I haven't been feeling well lately, I'm not going to use the rusty grill. Certainly not when I got one here. I bought this Bushcraft Basics Expedition Research. Now I bought this out of my own money because I've seen people use them a lot, and you know what? It held up really well. It's a great, but it works really well. So that's what I'm going to be putting my steak on. Now I am going to lay it over the heat there right now because I haven't had it out in a while. And I'm just going to let it catch some of the heat of the fire, I'm just going to keep poking on these little sticks for now. Nice little bit of coal starting to form down in the bottom, especially from the big tree. That was scared the jeepers out of me. I didn't know what happened beside me. Oh, heart works good, I suppose. This sucker is so hot. I'm gonna have to let this cool a bit before I does anything with it. It's even making my spoon hot. I know people say it doesn't get hotter when it's out here, but it certainly feels like it is. So I'm gonna say it's hotter. Coffee time. It has been an absolutely amazing day here, guys. I'm really looking forward to rebuilding this side though. Putting that canopy back up and seat. I really liked having that there so I could just come and sit, especially in the summertime. Blocking a lot of the sun that's coming around. I might have to try to extend the overhang on it a little bit this year just so I got some extra shade from the sun, because I know previous years up here the sun was really hot at times. It's one of the reasons why I dug that deep pool there, so if I have to I can actually sit in the water for a minute. Alright guys, I'm gonna have my coffee before I put my steak on. I'm gonna burn up another bit of this wood and make sure I got a really decent bit of coals there, which I have going right now actually, but I'm gonna burn up another bit of this wood anyway while I'm having my coffee, and I'll get back with you. Coffee's probably gone. I'm just going to do a hot water rinse on this stuff. Let that dry out a bit now. See how my steak is. Pretty thawed out. Now I got some of Chef's rub to put on there. I put it in a little bottle. I believe this is the habanero. Now while that's cooking, I'm just going to keep adding a little bit of wood to the other end. Keep my fire burning a little bit. Nothing too drastic because I don't want too much heat up around the top, but I want my fire to burn for another little while. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. That steak will soon be done. You see it okay? can't see okay because the smoke is going right in my face now. It wasn't earlier, it is now. Well, alright. I think my steak is about done. Another minute or so, and that will be fine. I got a tin of Pepsi here to have with my steak. My head is stuck in the snow. Let's wipe it off a bit. Seems fairly cold. Allergies. Gotta love them. I'm gonna call this done. That's the other side, I just flipped it again. Yum done. Get some light here. Little bits of wood I got left. Oh, it's just falling abroad, sure. I just pulled a piece off. A little hot. My equivalent of a beer. Good stuff, guys. I'll get back with you in a little bit when I get this gone. Well, that was some good eating. And like I said, what I did is I just throw my grill in there, and you can see it's already starting to sizzle off. I'm just gonna leave that. Might get a little bit smoky from it being burned off, but once it's all burnt off, then it's good. I'm gonna sit back and relax and have the rest of this Pepsi. Let that burn off, and then I will get back with you in a little bit. Yep. Because, you know, after eating, it's nice to just kick back and relax for a bit. Well, now that I'm done eating and starting to pack up, I've been thinking about it and what I'm going to do, because if I leave this moss and that all on the ground, it's just going to be no good for nothing. So what I'm going to do is, you see on the top of here where it's after sliding down a bit, I'm just going to pick it up and lay it on there. And that way, at least it's gone to use rather than, you know, gone to nothing. And I'm not in no big super hurry, so I'm just going to pack up my stuff and then keep out my gloves, and I'll work on that a little bit before I goes. So, yeah. It's a plan. That looks a bit better. Could still use a little bit over on the left-hand side, but it's much better than it was. And now, as you can see, I've gotten most all of it. back in use again. A couple little pieces over there, I might just pick them up and throw them over in this right hand corner. That's not going nowhere. Well guys, here goes nothing. I gotta brave the snowbanks again. Maybe I'll keep you out and let you have a little look at this is the way it is, look. Now this spot is easy because this spot is not too deep. So you can see as it gets up here, it starts getting deeper and more uphill. That's where I said on my bum to come down, look. See each one of the plop, plop, plop. Looks like steps. Let's see how well I can get up. See, each step is a sinking moment. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this away so I can get up, but you get the idea. It's not easy. First hurdle done, and nice surprise. When I sat on the rock is warm from the sun being out on it all day. I still gotta go throw all this stuff up over here yet though. Yep, I'll get back with you when I get through that stuff. Well guys, I'm sitting here overlooking the harbour. Once again, sorry about the wind. Mostly coming from this direction. Changed. It's times like this where I'm sitting down and I'm looking over the harbour and I'm thinking, you know, this was a really good day out. And it makes it worthwhile to just sit here and take it in for a little bit. That's what I've been doing. I've just been sat here for about 10 minutes. 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. Leaning on my backpack, relaxing, overlooking the harbour, listening to the sounds. It's mostly just the ocean you can hear. It's all those sounds of the cars and everything that I don't want to go back to. But then do we ever? Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate everybody for taking the time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did getting out. Pretty soon I'll be able to start some projects again. Like I said, today was an assessment and a it for probably another week. But I'm probably going to go out before that, but probably just not as far, or not down through the valleys like that. I might just stay up on top of the hills and go for a walk. But hopefully in another week or two, this snow will be gone enough that I'll actually be able to do some of the projects that I want to get done. Alright guys, have a great day. Wind is blowing. I'll catch you all on the next one. Be safe and have fun. And don't go chopping your legs with an axe. It doesn't work out too well.